Welcome viewers. Hello Adam.
Hi Zan, back for another week.
Absolutely. Today's Monday. What's the date? 5th of September.
It
Rocketing through. Today we're going to tackle an issue. Well, it's not an issue.
It's first of a 4-part series.
It is. Yeah. It's a concept that we talk about at length with many of our clients.
Yep.
It's how to use social media to engage every stage of the sales funnel. But what we're going to do for you this week is we're going to break it down into bite-sized chunks.
Yeah, so rather than bore you with one big episode, we'll bore you in 4 episodes.
And you drag out the bottom.
The bottom of 4.
So if you don't know about the sales funnel, I will post a link to a blog which will give way more information about it than we can probably give you here. But what we're going to tackle today is the attract stage of the sales funnel.
Yeah, so you've got attract, convert, close, delight, which is the big 4 stages of the inbound marketing sales funnel. So attract, convert, close, delight. The best way to think of attract is kind of like that ice cream at the start of the funnel, I always find. And in fact, we present it that way. And so what we're going to talk about is how we use social media to attract. And then tomorrow is going to be delight and convert, and the whole lot's going to be done. So we've got 4 parts, 4 days, so huge experience.
Well, and what it might
It's
do...
like a mini-series.
A telemovie. What it might do is actually give you viewers an opportunity to go and practice a little bit of what we talk about in each session.
Or completely ignore it.
Yeah, your choice. It's up to you. So Adam, let's deep dive into the attract stage of the sales funnel and how social media has a role, and a really important role in that stage.
Well, I think that if you look at the actual, what we're talking about with attracting people, we're trying to actually put out information that's going to help them solve their problem, okay? And so it shows that you have, and we often talk about the ice cream part of the funnel, the attract stage, being the space where you are actually putting out answers to questions that your audience may not have even realized they kind of had those problems in the first place. So you're giving them answers to interesting things that help them.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and so when you think about that like that, then your social media strategy really has to be designed around providing information that can help with the challenges of your target market. Now, the first way to deal with that is to work out exactly what does a day look like in the shoes of your target market. And we talk about this from the point of view of personas.
Yep, we do.
Yeah.
Absolutely. One of the big challenges, though, in attracting of the sales funnel and attraction and social media is, what if I'm starting out and I don't have any followers? So this is a very, very common scenario.
So start out some it's a good call.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what would you do?
Well, there's a couple of things that we can do.
Yeah.
And as we know, the algorithm on Facebook is a bit pernickety. There's a couple of options using the ad manager and power editor where you can actually pay to attract
to get likes
to your Facebook page.
Yeah.
And that's okay. That's not a bad thing.
No. Yeah.
The beautiful thing about the Facebook ad manager is that you can really drill down to such specifics like demographic, age, gender, interests, and based on the interests that Facebook is seeing me look at on my day-to-day basis and what I engage with, that's how that information is drawn back in. So if you do have a Facebook page with nobody following you, it might pay to actually investigate an ad where you attract new people.
But I think also part of that is actually to start posting legitimate stuff about how you help your customers, okay? So it's not designed, you're not going to get anywhere if you start talking about how great you are. I mean, we obviously have this conversation a lot, but you've got to be putting out the information that's helping people with their day-to-day challenges. And once you do that, don't be scared to get your staff to like those posts. It's really important. Facebook loves it when people actually are liking and sharing the documents. So it doesn't matter where that comes from. Get your staff to get it out there. Invite your friends to like your Facebook page.
That's a really spot-on suggestion.
Inviting your friends.
Not many people do that.
Yeah, and it's really easy to do. There's buttons that says invite friends.
Dress it up a bit.
Exactly. But
it's this hidden feature and we will unlock it. It's a secret.
Getting back to the point.
Invite friends.
But in all these social media channels, use them, get the information out there, talk about how you can help, and that starts to attract people by clicking on links back to your website. So a really important part of this attract phase is actually making sure you've got something to say, but also a link for the person to be drawn into your website. And we know from our own social media experience, this is super critical. That link is absolutely so important, because once you get that out there, they click on the link, then they're at your website, and then you can start working your inbound magic on the person coming to your site from there.
Now, in previous episodes, we've talked quite in depth about blog headlines and how titles of pages are so important. So this is a really good example of where you're taking a piece of content that you've created on your website and you're pushing it out to social media to attract the people back in. So your headline needs to grab them.
Totally.
It needs to be worth my eyeballs.
Definitely spend some time
over it.
Yeah, and spend a fair bit of time working the headline. Don't just go with the first thought. Rework it. We use Grammarly, Hemingway, some great tools to do that. Get that headline working well so you do get the engagement. Now, Zan, I am going to direct the conversation now towards one of your favourite little topics, which is the hashtag.
Absolutely.
Talk us about to help the viewers understand how they can use hashtags to do a better job of attracting people to their website.
Absolutely. Well, hashtags, as we know, are searchable.
Yep.
So what that means is that wherever you see a hashtag in a social media post, you can click on that hashtag and you can go and see all the other posts that have used that hashtag.
So it's fair to say this is the key power of Twitter.
Absolutely.
In particular Twitter, which is where hashtag came from predominantly.
Yes, that's right. It was born in Twitter.
Yeah.
And then Instagram, and then finally Facebook jumped on.
Totally.
So the hashtag on Facebook is kind of underutilised.
Yeah.
I don't think people really know the power of it.
Yeah.
But if you are working in Instagram and Twitter, definitely put some research into hashtags that work with your industry. Now, if you're not sure of what you should be tweeting about or posting about, have a look at what's going on. Twitter has this great section when you click on the magnifying glass on your phone app, it will show you all the hashtags that are trending. Now
so you jump on the bandwagon.
Yeah.
Great.
So this changes every minute. It's always changing.
So what they are, these are the people that are following that particular topic. So if you jump in with something interesting on that topic, you're contributing to the conversation.
Yeah, and I'm going to use the AFL as an example.
Great, love it.
So we're going to talk about...
5 weeks suck, by the way, as a stupid idea.
No footy.
Yeah.
AFL Crows Port. So that's going to be a hashtag that's going to trend.
Especially next week when the Crows play in the finals, but not for Port though.
Any opportunity.
Yeah.
Jump on Twitter, any game of footy, and you will see that hashtag trending because people are commenting, oh, did you see that? That was holding the ball, rah, rah, rah. Everyone jumps on the bandwagon. Now, not necessarily something that you should just jump into and post about.
Well, here's a good question. So when you talk about hashtags in that situation, what would you recommend that we would do as a business? How we use that hashtag to actually get our word out there?
That in particular?
Yeah, or any, for example.
Well, if I was a Kingdom staff member and I was at that game, I might chime in with something.
Okay, cool.
But I'd probably try and have a relevant point of view or a topic or a photo. Don't be afraid of a photo on Twitter. That kind of gives you a bit of license to just post whatever.
Could it be a situation if you're a bar, you'd say after the Crows, hashtag Crows game, drop in for a drink, or the Crows stay with us?
Definitely, for sure. So if you're a hotel and you're wanting to jump on board a little bit of that traffic, definitely.
Now, when you get clever at this though, that's when you really get take off, don't you?
So this is one of the areas that we put a lot of effort and research into. So I take a look at what's trending on Twitter per day, and I work out that if we start tweeting about something, we're going to get some of that love. Okay, so it's all about, what do you call it? The juxtaposition.
Yeah, the two bits coming together.
Yeah, exactly. So
it's like a yo.
How can we put a tweet out there that's going to be trending and get some of that action, but it's still relevant to our message and attract some of those tweeters or Instagrammers to our website to check out the information that we have about that.
Well, that's cool.
Hashtags are awesome. So much we could learn about hashtags. And Instagram is a really, really strong hashtag play. So think really long and hard about the hashtags that you're using. And if you're not finding that you get a spike in likes or likers on your Instagram account, as an example, change them up. You don't have to use the same ones all the time.
Okay, cool. I get it. Nice. All right, so we've also got influencers. So talk us through how you could potentially use an influencer zone in this situation.
Yeah, so influencer marketing is a huge area of opportunity.
Yeah.
It's important to preface this with the fact that most influencers out there are engaged on a payment scenario. So to get an influencer that's going to work really hard for your brand, it's important to do your research and make sure that you check out their following. what other brands they're representing at the time. But what an influencer can do for you is start blogging about your product.
So it's like amplification. So I guess if I had 1,000 Twitter followers and I go and employ someone who's got 10,000, then 10 times the power.
Yep.
Okay.
And that's where the influencers start to really show some potential for you. One blog about a product, they pump that out onto their social media, they tag you, they hashtag, then all of a sudden you start to see.
Off. And when we had the case last year with Mel Gregg, who was working with us, so Mel would actually have her blogs lifted by the News Corp press, and suddenly the website hits were going off the chain. So that was very much because of her profile.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
It's important.
And they were very funny blogs too.
Oh, they were hilarious. Yeah. Game of Thrones, Rumpy Pumpy.
We'll definitely put that in the actual show notes.
Yeah, that's worth the read again, for sure.
Absolutely.
I've lost my train of thought. What was I going to say?
Well, we're talking influencer marketing.
Oh, yes, social media. It's important to remember that with social media, it's not going to happen overnight.
No.
So someone needs to, there's still a trust element involved.
Yep.
Just because someone's not engaging with you straight away doesn't mean that it's not going to happen.
Well,
so keep plugging away.
The golden rule for this attract stage is making sure you're helping your customers.
Exactly.
So you're getting trust because you're helping. If you start trying to sell to the customers in this stage, it's just not going to work. It's too early. So you treat it like a way to help and engage and be interesting to them. So they then choose to want to see more of your stuff.
So think about the questions that you're being asked repetitively. Chances are someone on social media is going to have that same question.
Yeah,
so if I see that question posed on a platform, oh wow, I was just thinking that. How did they know?
Totally. The other gold that's sort of out there is Quora. So Quora. You can monitor Quora for certain topics, and that means if somebody's asking a question about the topic you're monitoring, that gives you the ability to chime in.
Absolutely.
And provide some linkage and some action there to help people. So that's a really good space. It's really interesting to look at too, Quora. So check that out. Go and subscribe to the different categories and topics, and that way you can find yourself in a position to act as authority, and that way you can actually potentially get some traction back to your website from that platform.
So a couple of other little tips and tricks, if I can.
Yeah.
Make sure your content is shareable. So what's the secret to that post that goes viral? Well, it's all about it being shareable and relatable.
Yeah.
So if, as a parent, I'm on a parenting Facebook page and I see something that resonates with me and I find it funny and I go, oh my goodness, that's exactly what happens in our house. That's my story every morning. Look at those kids, they're Weet-Bix in the hair,
Do you have Weet-Bix in your kids here?
Well, not deliberately, but it sometimes ends up there.
Right. But the dog.
I might tag a friend. Well, no, see, I'm still not sure if the dog can eat Weet-Bix.
Good point.
Tag a friend. I might want to share it on my own Facebook feed because I thought it was so hysterically funny. So you've got to make sure that your information is shareable and engaging. And a great way to do that can be video, because we know that video works beautifully in Facebook. But the other way is an infographic. An infographic is easy to read. You can see it on the move. You know, you're walking down the street with your phone. That explains it. So the purpose of an infographic is to take a heap of information and put it into an easy to read visual graphic that can be shared and used across all of your platforms. Tweet it, Facebook it, Instagram it, blog it.
Unbelievable.
Go hard on the infographic. And Canva is a great place to use make infographics.
Yeah. So what's our app of the day, Zara? We've got lots of infographic, Canva. What's it going to be? Who's been the winner today?
Yeah, so we're going back with an old favourite. We have spoken of this app before. Bitly.
Why are we going back with that?
Because it's so powerful.
So powerful. And it gives you the ability to track the links so that you can actually see who is... It's very relevant to this particular topic, which is why we've gone with it again, because Bitly allows you to track the clickbacks to your website from these social media links. And so it creates that little shortened little Bitly thingy.
Yeah. So here's a tip. Go and grab yourselves a Bitly account, bitly.com. Then go and get the links from your website and create a new Bitly for each of those pages. Okay? Then what you're going to do is make a Facebook post or a tweet using those links. Then tomorrow come back and have a look at the Bitly.
Shows clicks,
Clicks.
Because you don't get that feedback, do you? In Facebook you might see one like or maybe a share, but you see all these Bitly clicks.
Well, the beautiful thing with Bitly is that it's all there in one space, and then you can see if anyone else has Bitly'd that link.
Yep.
Hugely powerful.
Great stuff.
Really, and you'll know what resonates with your people on your social platforms, because it's not all about likes, people.
No.
They're important, but it's not all about likes.
Great stuff.
Traffic.
So that's part 1 of the 4-part mini-series that is this week. It's all about how
the
we...
saga.
So tomorrow we're going to talk engage, how we're going to engage our customers.
Fantastic.
Right? And then Wednesday's convert, and then Thursday's delight. So make sure you tune in tomorrow, 3 o'clock. We'll be here, and if not, you can catch up on the website, which is thekingdom.com.au/the-kingdom live. And all 60-odd episodes from the last couple of months are there as well. Check it out.
I'm off. I'm
just realised now. Just realised she's off screen.
Hello. Sorry.
So, go and check that out. And if not, tomorrow we'll catch up and be focusing on how we can actually get people on your website and converting and making it happen.
Awesome. Catch you then.
Bye.